And bam! How's it going, family? How's it going? Well, once again, this is Xerox Twins going live for the bereaved, sick, and shut in. We always got something going. What do we have going on today?
Of course, family, Wednesday night, you know that it's the best live ever. What we love, we laugh, and we learn how to live our best life together. Tonight, man, we have a glorious experience that you guys are not going to believe. But again, hey, we're here doing our due diligence for all of you, right? We bring on the resources. We bring on the profession. We bring on the business. We bring on whatever's necessary.
And I always like to say the philosophers.
The philosophers as well. Yes. Whatever it takes to make your life better. And this is what we do. Again, we dedicate this show to my beloved daughter. You know what I'm saying? Tonisha Danae Harris. You know what I'm saying? Lost her life through domestic violence. But again, we're here doing what we do in order to ensure that you have a life of a living, prosperous environment.
We got
that you're comfortable.
Yeah, we have to always put in the plug if you're going through any type of mental anguish with someone, always find some type of refuge.
Exactly.
So it won't go to that level.
Right. You know, I say domestic violence, bruh, is a deadly situation. Understand that, right? So again, family, much love and respect. Again, man, we got a show tonight, man. We're going to learn more about our feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, man, y'all know the twin and I, we embrace that feminine energy.
Man, the matriarch. Like the matriarch.
Right, right.
What it is.
Bro, man, listen. Do we have anything that we, of course, you guys make sure that you continue following us because we are dealing with racial profiling, of course, twin with viral, with a photo, you know what I'm saying, of himself being accused.
They call it a mug shot.
Well, I didn't want to say that, but anyway, got a mug shot of being accused of something that wasn't true. Right? So what we're doing, we are making sure that you know and understand that racial profiling is real, and we must stop it right now.
It's still here today.
It's still here today.
And you know, but you know, one thing about it, we just have to be aware of it.
Right.
Yeah, and stay aware, stay cautious about it.
Exactly. And again, family, if you see someone on the side of the road or whatever being pulled over, whatever,
what you call it?
Stop, man.
Park and post.
Park and post up.
Post up.
You know what I'm saying? You take your camera and you videotape. You know what I'm saying? To ensure the safety of that individual and also that officer as well. Yeah. But again, family, we're here. You know what I'm saying? With the best live ever. And we again in the midst of the feminine energy that again we embrace to the utmost.
You know, that's where it comes from. Right. Everything out of the darkness.
Out of the dark.
Came the light.
Man, listen.
Out of the feminine energy came the sun.
Came the sun. Again, family, we are about to introduce to you. Did I say introduce?
No, you can't introduce us.
Why we can't introduce?
You can't introduce us because they know themselves better than we know them. So we allow them to introduce them.
Introduce themselves. Guess what we're doing? And we're going to allow her to introduce herself. All right, man.
What we got going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
everybody. Hey, man, Twin and I. Again, we don't introduce our celebrities. Of course, you our celebrities. We are merely the paparazzi. This is your show. We are just presenting you. What we do is we deem this the best live ever. What we love, we laugh, and we learn how to live our best lives together because, hey, we know it's going to take us. But you know, I tell people all the time, and we always speak of it, take a village to raise a child, right? I'm still one of those chillins, right? So take care of me, right? Take care of me. Again, hey, we don't introduce. Why, bro?
Man, she knows herself better than we know her.
So we're going to allow you to introduce yourself. Who are you and why are you here?
Wow.
Okay, well, most of you guys do know me, but if you don't know me, my name is LaToya Moppins, and I'm the owner of Glorious Gherkins, the original gourmet exotic flavor pickle. And we're here today to, like you said, discuss a lot of different things: love, life, challenges,
Mm.
tribulations, and business. And it does take a village to raise up even grown folks. So let's get at it.
Wow, listen. I remember. Go ahead, bro. I
She
remember.
said grown folks. She said grown folks.
Grown folks.
That you know, that brings me to a word that we misconstrue, right?
Mm.
You know, in our community, they call us minorities, right? The minority group, right?
Mm.
Well, minority group, from my understanding from the beginning, my understanding was minority means that it was fewer numbers of us.
Mm-hmm.
But in all reality, in legality, in the legal aspect, minority means that you are a minor, a child,
Exactly.
meaning that you're not old enough to make grown-up decisions. You follow me? So yes, if we claim to be the minority, we still those children of the village.
We still need a village for grown folks too. So
That's the way it is. Yes. So
I mean,
that's what it is.
it
Go
take
ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember. What was that? The not the Parson Clan, bro. What was it? What he used to say? Vainglorious. What was the name of it?
That was I think of the name in the minute.
Right. Again,
Exclaim.
Exclaim.
Yes.
Yeah, Vainglorious. Tell me this. Hear the name Glorious.
Mhm.
Where did that come from?
Um, actually, the things that I have been through to get or to produce my product. So, word glorious stems from glory, and then it's glory in you, and it's glory in us, and that equals glorious.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Fantastic,
awesome.
man, bro. You say you're a connoisseur of words. Listen to what she's talking about.
She done broke it down, huh?
Right.
Man, syllable by syllable. That's what I always say. Every syllable is a complete word.
Is a complete word.
Mhm.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about, you know what I'm saying, your upbringing. Are you originally from Dallas?
No,
And I ask people all the time, what part of Dallas you from? And I say, don't say Oak Cliff. And the first thing they say is what?
well, I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, and
Wow.
Oh man, up there where it's
Okay.
cold.
but I will say this. How can I put this? I was born and raised in Buffalo. But ultimately derived from Louisville. Pleasant Grove raised me, but Oak Cliff made me. There you go.
Okay.
Anyway, huh? She got some of those over there. Anyway.
Man, listen, man. You know, it's some girth in Oak Cliff, man. I mean, you know, that I say all the time, Oak Cliff is bigger than Dallas.
Oh, it is.
Boy, they got a landmass over there. But again, how long have you been here? Tell us a little bit about. Do you remember being in Buffalo? What age did you come here?
I still have family in Buffalo, and I have family here. Um, it's too cold in Buffalo, and we're gonna leave it right there.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
We got a taste of that coldness this past weekend.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
Buffalo. I'm
Not that close to it.
that was no spirit. That was spirit.
Wow. So what how old were you when you came here, or did you have family here that you were traveling back and forth as well, or what?
Yeah. My mom and she would come back and forth here, and then we moved here. And life began as we know it. So yeah, so this is home. This is it.
Oh, okay. And you say you moved to what, Louisville first, or?
Uh-huh. Louis.
Wow. Okay.
That was a whole experience. I went to school with like Vanilla Ice's sister, and it was just a different. Louisville is a different experience. So me going from Louisville to Kimball was an experience. Mhm.
Wow. Ain't that something?
Great difference.
Wow. Culture shock.
It
Both ways, huh?
was
Wow.
it was
It's
like
amazing. You know, we actually met Vanilla Ice before he became big. Before, you know, we knew about the Ice Ice Baby, and of course,
Yeah.
it blew up to man astronomical numbers. And yeah, we remember him.
We was acquainted with his DJ at that time.
Very
Right,
nice.
right.
Very
DJ.
Kurt Curley.
Was it Curly?
Curly.
Okay,
Big
then.
Curly.
Yeah, but yeah, we remember him way back when. That's when Twin and I were the originals come bringing rap here to the
Fort Worth area.
right to this
To the
DFW
Metroplex.
area way back in the early 80s.
Mhm.
And we actually had wax probably mid 80s. But again, we remember
Meeting them.
yeah, meeting him and doing, him doing shows and stuff around here. But again, quite something. Louisville.
Mhm.
Wow. How did y'all end up in Louisville?
You know, my mom was doing her thing, and that's where we lived. And
Right.
life happened as we know it. When you talk about domestic violence and just worldly things and different things that happen in your life, I got pregnant at a young age, and
Okay.
you know, things happen in life. Uh,
Right.
things are better off said. We're in a different place, in a different space now. Life,
Okay.
and I
So
ended Cliff, and you know, well, I ended up in Pleasant Grove, then to Oak Cliff. Uh, Different stopping points and starting points in my life, but uh, all in all, you know, when I look back at it, it made me the woman that I am today.
right,
Yeah.
of course, every experience. So you move here during high school years or what?
I went to junior high.
Okay.
I went to
So
Bird.
Kimball, what was that Kimball, bro? That's where we saw a robot. I don't know if you know robot. We went to a track meet over there.
Yeah.
Robot was one of the
Fastest.
man, fastest guys that
About the most known as well in the track.
right
Well,
during
yeah,
that time, during that era.
that time.
We saw him run at Kimball. I don't remember what school he went to, but a very fast robot. And that was quite the thing. Being
Good
able to
time.
see him run. Matter of fact, we was running as well. We had a track meet at Kimball. Of course, we're from Fort Worth, and we were Fort Worth Dunbar, and found ourselves at Kimball at a track meet. But so high school, middle school, high school here, and tell us a little bit about the culture shock going to Louisville. How was it a culture shock to you at that time?
Louisville wasn't the culture shock. Coming to Kimball was the culture shock.
Oh, Kimball was.
That was the most black people I've had ever seen. Yeah,
Okay, then. Yeah, you fell into Regina heaven, right?
baby, I fell into something.
What? Well, you know what? I was just reading, and they said what Regina was backwards, right? Regina, and I guess your family, y'all can write it down, and y'all see what Regina is backward. But anyway, so you fell into what you consider so-called black folks heaven, right?
Yeah, I mastered it. I was like, oh, okay, this is, I was the ultimate, black white girl. Long hair. I still have long hair. Real proper. I was just 16 and pregnant in high school, and it was frowned upon at that time. And that's a long story that I no. But
And y'all colors are what? Red and blue, like sky blue or something. What colors? What are y'all colors?
Kimball, we red.
Right.
Yeah, baby, I'm a Kimball Knight. We red and blue.
Okay. Hey man, listen. I see you. I mean, we represent that blue and white, right? And that gray. Of course, they mixed that in when we was there. Right. But again, so high school here and what have you, the culture shock. Tell me a little bit about the early pregnancy. How was that for you?
It was scary. It was something that most people don't, when you're young and you're can I say this, forced to do things, and then you don't know how to tell your parents, and you tell your parents. Sometimes your parents don't want to accept what's going on, um and then things happen after that, and then you're just either you got to take responsibility. So yeah, I was left with that, but and I can honestly say that I'm really thankful for my trials and my tribulations. I made it here. Many probably couldn't have walked a mile in my shoes of the things that I did have to endure. Um, we're talking about domestic violence, talking about abuse, different things happening in life, but I'm still here. So that was God's will.
Right, right, right. I'm kind of picking up is sort of difficult for you to talk about.
Yes.
Understand? So what we'll do, we'll just go up to the high school area and we'll talk about that and how you got here as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because when I hear people just like me, sometimes when I skip over certain words, when I'm trying to use euphemistic words to say harsh things, then I know it's time for me to get off that subject, go something different. So
Yeah.
we don't want you to feel uncomfortable, none whatsoever.
Right.
Just,
So
but
yeah.
yeah, sometimes domestic violence survivors, we
Mhm.
do want to talk about. But sometimes it's hard to talk about it, but because you have to relive the things that you've been through um, all over again.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Sometimes
Right.
some days are harder to talk about it than others. Um, and you hear the negative in the background. People, well, why you just couldn't get out of it, or well, why you let that person do you? As
Mhm.
people will never really truly understand the things that a domestic survivor had to endure, and the things that they had to do to get out of a situation. And some people did get out, such as myself, and some people didn't. Um, so yeah.
Right. And yet, if you didn't hear at the beginning of the show, I was talking about my daughter. Of course, we dedicate this show to my daughter and the loss of life in domestic violence some month or so ago. And I tell people all the time, me being the father, it is it's a scary thought. I'm either the first or the last to know what's going on in that relationship, and it was just so happened I was the last to know, and this is how I really found out. It was during the loss of her life,
Yeah.
and like you say, whenever and however you can speak about it in order to help somebody, please do. One of the things that I must say during this time is that people's input, their embracement, uh, all of that counts. All that makes a big difference, and dealing with this. And we must talk about it. We must talk about it in order to know and be aware that it exists.
It
Right?
does.
Yeah,
Uh,
that it exists.
it
And
exists in different forms,
right,
not just it doesn't just exist in a physical form. It exists in mental, emotional, verbal form,
right,
and those
ain't
are
that,
forms of
right,
domestic that lead up to physical.
right.
Exactly.
And I think in both sides, both parties,
Hmm.
right? Whether the abuser or the abusee, both need help as well,
Yeah,
so that we can stop it completely, right?
that's
Yeah.
true.
But beyond that, let's learn a little bit about how you got in business, what led you there. You finished high school, or did you finish? And what did you do afterwards?
Well, I did not finish,
Okay.
but I did go to get my GED. I went to Steve J, and I took um I guess the little GED test, and so that I could, try to go to college. And every time I tried to go to college, I would stop and start, and it was only so I could take care of my kids.
Mhm.
But I knew that if I, I, I got my GED, I started college, I went to beauty school, I got that certificate. I went to medical assistant school, phlebotomy. I have those certificates. I
Wait a minute, are you Jamaican?
went, uh,
No.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe just a little bit, but how my mom raised me, uh,
Uh-huh.
what I saw my mom do is she had a whole bunch of different businesses. She had a whole bunch of different talents, so that if anything happened, she could pivot. So my mom was an entrepreneur, so I was bred to be an entrepreneur. And being an entrepreneur, I thought I was going to go to nursing school. So Glorious Gherkins was supposed to be like, my hustle to help the nursing school. You wouldn't be able to have a full-time job. Well, I worked at a couple of different hospitals doing what I was doing. And I just working from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. It was driving me, and I was tired, and I was a single parent mom. So yeah, God did his thing. And I just remember my mom saying, "This is the craziest mess you could have ever thought of, Toy. This is not going to work." And I was determined to be like, "Yeah, I'm going to show you, because that ain't what God told me. You're not going to be no dream killer. You ain't killing my dream." And boom, we're here. It took a long time. Remember when I first started, um, I was making, but I started the initial business with $50, 2 flavors, some Ziploc bags, and one of these magic markers.
Wow. $50.
Startup kit.
Wow. Ain't that something? So
Kids,
tell me this, man. Listen, I read it's tongue teasing, right? And
uh-huh.
palate pleasing.
Yes.
Man, listen, you know what? That is tantalizing within itself, right?
Mhm.
Tell us a little
Making
bit
me
about
salivate over here already.
it. Right. And so you do flavored pickles, right? You call it the original gourmet exotic flavored
Yeah,
pickles and more.
and more.
Tell us a
Mhm.
little bit about the flavored pickles. How did you come into that space of even producing that? I remember back in the days, I don't know how, you know what I'm saying, your age or whatever, but back in the days, we used to see the girls put the
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 peppermint
peppermint in the
in the middle of the pickle.
the
We had,
peppermint. I don't know what that was about. I haven't figured it out yet, but
I
that was
thought that
the
was for
thing.
the fast girls.
no, no, no,
Tell
no.
me about
Um,
what made you want to make it flavored and what are the flavors and why those flavors?
Initially it was something that, me and my kids, we used to do. I didn't want them to have like a whole lot of sugary uh fruit, uh just, and it was just something that we would do. And my son was like, "Well, mama, you should sell it." I was like, "No," but I'm a New Yorker by heart of nature. So anytime you tell a New Yorker they can't do something, please believe me,
There they go.
There you
that
go.
we gonna do it. So um somebody had told me I wasn't gonna have this smoke shop, and I couldn't do it with $5,000. I couldn't open it. I couldn't find a place and have a smoke shop. It wouldn't last a year. And I had that. I worked at my first labor job was Walgreens distribution, and I took that income tax check and opened Smoke Signals, which is in BT, the same exact spot the Glorious Gherkins is in
Wow.
today. That smoke shop lasted more than a year. And turns out pickles was the thing. I left there February, and I came back, I think, a couple years later in February. I told God, if it's meant for me to come back to that same spot, and the same February, So February the 2nd is the anniversary and birthday of Glorious Gherkins. Will be 18 years old in that same spot in Big T.
Are you
You got to be
serious?
kidding me.
Yeah.
Wow, ain't that something? Well, you was there when Cap was there. Who else was over there, Brent? The Big T. Did you know Cap sold the CDs and
Yeah.
the music? That was our buddy.
Yeah.
Right? Good friend of ours. Matter of fact, he was in music and stuff before he got over there, but he was still in music. But
That's how,
producing him and his brother from Miami, I believe.
they were from Miami.
Yeah, Miami. Oh, Cap, good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been there, you say
18
years?
It's February 2nd. It'll be 18 years.
18 years.
Wow.
Wow.
That is amazing.
So what are the flavors? Do you have different, you say you got different flavors?
Yeah. We have reached over 500 flavors that we rotate from. So I'll give you guys a little bit. Of course, we have the infamous tropical punch, grape, watermelon, all that. But we have flavors like strawberry cheesecake, Texas sweet heat, barbecue brisket, garlic chicken, lemon pepper. We have one that tastes it's called Italian Battalion. It tastes like spaghetti. We have something for every ethnicity: jalapeno ranch, pineapple explosion. Let's see, cherry limeade, potato salad, soul green, and all of these flavors taste exactly like
What he says.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
So
that is
yeah, is it special ingredients for that?
Of course.
Is it a special way that you make it that you can reveal what you can reveal
No.
to us?
Mm-mm.
You can't. I mean, is it okay?
wow, that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so in order for you to do that, I used to make candles some time
I
ago.
remember.
And I remember that, you know, you got your different flavors and what have you. How do you come up with what you want to present or what you want to make?
I just be in my lab playing, doing what I do. That's why they call me Miss Taste Bud Changer. Yep.
Wow, ain't that something?
Man,
Someone's
you get
trying to
that
get me
barbecue.
to eat some spicy ketchup last night, and I was like, oh no, I don't. But anyway, I never even tasted hot sauce before. That's just not me.
We
Right.
definitely have to get you to taste these glorious gherkins, because anytime we got like this week, we have buffalo chicken, we have jerk chicken, lemon pepper, curry chicken,
Ain't that something? So you said and more.
and
What is-
more.
Yeah, what is
I
the
was,
and more?
I was really waiting for banana pudding.
I mean, I make that flavor too. Peach
Oh, well, you can't miss her. 500
Man.
flavors. You
Yeah.
cannot miss her.
Yeah.
Right? Tell us a little bit about the and more.
Well, we do the relish. So we did the red right before COVID. We did the red, white, and blue relish for the Texas Rangers. They had their dog. We also do flavored okra, and we do fresh fruit teas and lemonades also as well.
What do you mean by red, white, and blue relish? What it
They
was
a hot dog. The Texas Rangers had a hot dog, and it was red, white, the official bicentennial hot dog, and the red was flavored. It was spicy mango, and the blue was the spicy garlic chicken, and the white was the onion.
Wait a minute, are you serious?
Mhm.
Well, y'all listen, y'all over there doing something. Y'all got y'all thinking on
Some
what you call it,
chemistry.
bro?
They got that chemistry going.
Y'all got your think
Yeah.
on. So
Yeah.
your children, I know you was early pregnancy. How many children did you end up having?
I have 3.
3.
Yes.
They're very instrumental in helping you.
My daughter, my boys, they're a little bit older now. So my son, he's a barber and he does tattoos, and my other son, he works for Amazon. And my daughter, me and her are running, and my mother now has joined us with Glorious Gherkins. So now she's a believer, and so
That's unbelievable, boy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that
Wow.
something?
yeah.
Ain't that something? Must be very proud of you,
Most definitely.
right? It must be very proud.
Man.
Oh, proud and she's still fussing now.
Oh, she is. She's still the mama, huh?
Yeah, she's still mama. You need to do.
Wow. So, Big T, where else can we find you?
You can also find us. We're in. Well, I heard as of today. Well, online it says we're in 103 corner stores around the DFW. I think we have 4 or 5 corner stores in Fort Worth. And we have 4 or 5 corner stores in Irving. But throughout the DFW Metroplex, we're in some corner stores. And then I hear that we have some new corner stores that I'm not sure about just yet. So y'all just be looking for Glorious Gherkins because we're everywhere. And we ship worldwide too. So we have a website also as well.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
Unbelievable.
So who's doing the promoting or finding these different corner stores in which to put the product?
I now have a distributor. So at first it was supposed to be me, but my god brother, I can shout him out now. His name is Jason Dixon. He had a friend that was a distributor, and we sat down, we had a meeting, and it's I was scared at first. I'm not gonna lie. The story went like this. It was like a phone call. Hey, sis, I have my friend who's a distributor on the phone, and we want to, you got everything, your ducks in a row, and so let's go with this. What pickles do you have? And I was like, barely nothing. So anybody that have a dream, your dream still can come true. You don't have to have it all together. You just got to start where you are and push to where you be. So we started out with like 200 bags, and he put it in a couple of stores, and I just started marketing on social medias. Hey, y'all go check us out at this store, y'all check us out at that store, and then the store started building.
Wow. So what is it packaged in? Is it a jar? What is it packaged in?
We're in a stand-up pouch. We're in a stand-up sealed bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll be in what area of a store if need be?
And we're right on the top shelf or next to Van Houten pickles.
Really?
That's awesome.
Top shelf. Family, that means that it's eye level. You need to go and find it.
It might be at the counter, like when you're checking out. You might see it right.
Fantastic. Tell me this. Did you ever think that your dream would be as big as it is?
Oh yeah, I did. I know what God told me. I know what I asked him for, and he has been delivering to let me know. Even when I had the dream about doing a hot dog for the Texas Rangers, that's just the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What other places have you found yourself in as far as, you know what I'm saying, putting your product out there? I think with your state fair, did you do the state fair?
I was in someone's booth, but I wasn't doing the pickles.
Okay.
I was doing my fresh fruit teas. And we did that for a couple of years, and that's it. So I'll probably revisit another time. We've gotten endorsements from celebrities like Master P, Tiffany Haddish, Boosie, couple of other celebrities too.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Man, listen, if anybody in the industry I look up to Mr.
Master P.
Very good guy. And for him,
Gonna have to go watch the segment. He on this segment he made a hot dog, and he made his own relish. He tasted some of them. The one I think that he liked the most was the Hennessy and Coke pickle. He said he could really get drunk off that pickle, and that I was gonna have to pick him up.
Man,
wow.
I was just about to ask you what is the most favorable flavor that you find, that if you're going to put something on the shelf, well, we got to at least get that one on the shelf.
Category. So let's start with the alcohol pickles first. Hennessy and Coke was a lot of people's favorite. Hennessy and Coke, and what was the one? We had another flavor. I have to go, but I do know the Hennessy and Coke pickle, the alcohol pickle, was a favorable. In the savory flavors, People like the buffalo chicken and the garlic and the spicy garlic chicken, and then lemon pepper and jerk chicken. The sweet flavors I find here lately that people do like the tropical, but they're loving the blueberry. Yeah,
Hmm.
strawberry cheesecake, green apple.
Wow.
Wow,
That
you
is,
know what?
I just can't imagine how you putting these flavors
That is amazing.
in the pickles.
When did the advent of this come about? Was it something that, I mean, like I say, with the flavored pickles? When did that is that like a 2000 thing, or what have you? Or when did the advent of it being the flavor with liquor and what have you?
They probably
Um,
start when they doing them
we
tailgate or whatever.
we yes, 2008 is when you know, when I really just started going forth with doing everything.
Ain't that something?
Wow. That is
Ain't
awesome.
that something? You know what? I'm sitting up here thinking, this is it's amazing that we have innovative minds that we
Completely.
have, and
Mhm.
we tell people all the time, it ain't nothing that we don't have that we can't get and we can't do.
Mhm.
But in order to do that, we must support one another
Right.
and make it happen. Tell me this. Um, what would you tell someone that's trying to get in business? They got a vision, like you had when mom told you, I don't think it'll work. What is it that you would tell them?
I would tell them to do their vision, nobody else's vision. Um, and don't listen to what others have to say, because oftentimes, people are telling you don't do something, and it's based off of what didn't get to happen for them. And oftentimes when people go through stuff and it doesn't happen for them, they'll tell you that it won't happen for you because they don't want you to feel the same hurt and pain that they had to go through, instead of them keep trying. So I would say do your own vision, um, create your own lane, nobody else's lane, and then ask God to protect you and guide you um, into your journey. And just, you can't skip the grind, you can't cheat it. You got to go with how, and don't lose your way. Don't lose your, because it's easy to lose your vision, and it's easy to lose your passion because people be distracting you, talking down, or telling you, you know, um, and research your stuff, because then that way it's easier for you uh to navigate through the things that and then you worked hard for your vision, and nobody can ever say, oh well, I helped you, and then yes, along the way somebody gonna hand you a set of keys like my god brother did, to say, hey, I see you working hard, so let me pass this baton to you so you can open the door so you can see what else is over here, but work on your vision. Make it your own. Make it be your vision, not something that you looked off of somebody else's plate saying, oh, I think I like they plate, so let me try because I could do it better than them. No, let it be your vision. Because
Mhm.
Wow,
Innovation.
right.
Innovative. Very, very innovative.
Yeah, Twin and I are very big in the community. If you didn't know, we deal with community and politics and stuff as well. One of the things is that we are very resourceful. We get in and make sure that um, our people know what's
They
going on
know.
and what
If they
have
don't
you.
know, do nothing. They do know.
They do know. At
Yeah,
least they
they do
know.
know.
Tell me this: how do you give back? As in, with your business, or do you have, you know, um, I mean, we've always administering to different people, youngsters. They find themselves calling us "unk," right?
mm,
and
And that
um,
I say that's a term of endearment
it
because
is.
they want to be a part of the family, and
right,
that's the way we make them feel comfortable and wish to do that as
right.
well
And
because
I
we
always say,
embrace.
that's the next best thing to call me daddy. But, anyways, so tell me how do you guys give back?
Well, I have a nonprofit, which I haven't really been paying attention to it here lately, but my nonprofit is called Angels with Open Arms. It's being that I was homeless. I always give back. Whether it's, I have segments on the news where they've shown us giving food to the homeless or whatever. With most of the time, I'm giving seen and unseen. So, I do give a lot back. I have given more than I probably should have, but without giving, there will be nothing to receive. Um, so yeah, I give back to the community. I think this coming year we're getting ready to start back doing some things. I just wanted to focus on Glorious Gherkins. I've made a lot of mistakes, and when you don't know in business, you just don't know. Um, and there's lessons to be learned in your journey. So, but yeah, I do. I get back to the community all the time. Um, I get a lot of inboxes. I need help with this. I have gas money to get to work. Can you, so I get back a lot.
Wow. You was speaking of a lesson. What was your biggest lesson in your journey?
People think that you got all the money in the world because you have a business. And you probably once you do make money, you got more hands saying, I need help, I need help, I need help. And the hands that you're helping, when you start needing help and you're like, I need help, I need help, you're not gonna get that same help.
Right.
Reciprocity.
Right.
It's scary.
That's it.
Yeah, the best, what they say, the best way to deal with a need is not to become needy.
Exactly. Because my mom used to always say, never, what was the saying? Never be a borrower, or lender be, or something like that.
Right.
It's an old saying, but I think I kind of got that right. I'm gonna have to
Right.
ask.
You mentioned about being homeless. What would you say the definition of that would be?
For me, it was living behind 7-Eleven, eating out of a trash can, being pregnant. um,
Mm.
yeah.
To that degree.
To that degree.
Yeah.
Wow. Ain't that something I hear of a lot of I guess celebrities speak about homelessness and what have you. What is it that I mean that turned you around? What when you I'm gonna tell you a story. I had a good friend of mine who used to be homeless as well. And he was talking to me about the cardboard boxes. And he said, y'all don't know, but them cardboard boxes are warm. They actually live in those cardboard boxes and they're warm with them. What was that experience like for you? I mean, was it a long time that you was there?
Yes and no, but my experience was since I was pregnant. Um, there was a clinic. It was a Lake June Women's Clinic, and I'm a forever be for this story. But since I was pregnant, and the lady in there, we became very fond of each other, and she brought me home to her family, and so the Jones family, I'm forever thankful for them, and used to let me stay there. And when she finally brought me home to her mom's house, and she had an older sister, and she had girls, and I started staying with them.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. I kind of view that scenario as a slingshot.
Right.
When you put the rock in the slingshot, the further you go back, the further the rock will travel. So
Right.
I think that's how you landed in the position that you landed in right now today, because you did step back. Even when you get ready to run a race, people say on your mark, get set. They're getting set is putting that foot back behind you to thrust you forward. So I applaud you for in doing that, as well as allowing us to know that we have to have diversity. You understand, in which to make us strategize and have better strategy when we go forward.
Oh, I
Right.
had strategy, baby. I went through domestic relationships in in between after that, I just remember having one in particular after that, and my guy was staying with me. I had got an apartment after having, you know, my kids, and I stayed in Grove Village. I don't know if you guys know about Grove Village, but that's in Pleasant Grove. And we were staying there, and I was happy because I had my own place for my own kids, and my kids had a bed. I didn't have a bed, so um I had met this gentleman. It's so unbecoming, but anyway, and I went through a lot in that time, but I learned a lot about myself, you know, and I think coming from Louisville to, you know, Pleasant Grove to Oak Cliff, I got to learn different cultures in different ways. And it was always funny because in Grove Village, everybody knew that, you know, I looked like them, but I was not of them. So they protected me from a lot of different things. But this one relationship that I endured, it was it's enlightening now, because anytime you can look at a person and see that predatorial person in that person, it'll let you know that is not the person that you need to deal with.
Wow.
Wow. Ain't that something? You know, they say that your greatest good comes from your deepest suffering. I want to ask you what it has to be. What was that we don't call it an aha moment?
I do sometimes.
Right.
I like to see
what was that turning point? Was that inspired you, or that told you that now this is the defining moment of change? What was that moment for you?
I think she just said it. The apartment when you got your own.
That apartment, it was like I could do it. Like I've been through all of this. If I could just beat this demon, then I could conquer anything. And once because I used to have dreams like this man was out to get me. Like he would literally say, like, no matter where you are, da 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 da, you know. But I think even when I started my business and he hit me up in my inbox and said, "Oh, I have $50,000 for you if you want." If you know, I think that was the moment. The devil was like, either you're gonna take the 50 because you know you needed it, it will propel you. But if you take this it's blood money. And God was like, nah. That was the aha moment that I could do anything.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Man, you know, one word I like to use for our females is not that you're strong. I like to use the word resilient, where you can resist certain temptations that you know they're not good for you, and be able to resist the struggle.
But sometimes it's hard, especially in that particular situation. I wasn't in love. But if you're in love with a person, sometimes it can be hard because you want that person to change, but you know that they're not going to change. But you're hoping that they will. You'll stay around just a little bit longer just to see. But deep down inside, your heart knows that.
No change.
Ain't that something? Well, tell me this. What is next for you in the future? What we got to look forward to?
Oh, I can't tell you that, because if sometimes when you
go ahead.
When you tell people your next move, they be trying to beat you at your next move. So
it ain't possible.
Y'all stay tuned.
You're already on the track. You're already on the track. It ain't no possible way for nobody to beat you.
Yeah, but one thing that we do know that it is something that we can look forward to, whatever it may be.
That
and we
is
are looking forward to that.
Mhm.
Again, hey, we're here. The best life ever.
Best
What we
life
love,
ever.
we laugh,
And
and
we
we learn
learn
how to live our best lives together. Of course, we have. Oh wow, the Queen Goddess. Uh, Usually when you're on the show, you'll be sitting between us, and we tell people all the time, man, you got to be somebody
Something
very
special.
special, right, to come between the
Xerox
twins and I,
twins.
right? For we are one soul born in two bodies, and boy, then but get between that, you know what I'm saying? You got to be a spirit of one that is
That's great
unbelievable,
with connection.
right?
If we're great with connection, we should be able to connect with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the balance of the. That's the Libras with Libras. So that's the balance of how we live our life. It's
Right.
through balance.
Again, we want to ask you again, how do we find you? Thank you so much for allowing us to get into your life and your lifestyle and your aspirations, inspirations, and your hardships, your overcomes, and all what have you. Tell us how to find you so that we can make sure that people patronize your business, come and feel your energy, and continue doing what you're doing for the betterment and the upliftment of humanity. This is what we're about.
Yeah.
Tell us how to find you.
Well, the first place you can find us is at Big T Plaza. That's 4515 Village Fair. The number there is 214-377-7903. We are open Wednesday through Saturday, 12:30 to 7 p.m. and on Sundays, 12:30 to 6. And you can also find us ship worldwide, and that's at gloriousgherkins.com. And then you can also find us around the DFW in most of your local corner stores. And if you can't find us, then ask the owner and they'll get in contact with us and we'll be in there.
I know that's right.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Way to make it happen. Way to make, bro. I guess we can stand up.
They say, but she's shipping stuff.
Stand up and turn this thing out. Again,
Yes,
family,
indeed.
like we promised and like we delivered, we're going to bring you the best of the best. And of course, we did it again. We did it again, but didn't we do it?
Man, we did it.
We did it again.
With some great help. Glorious one.
Brother glorious and glorious.
Very glorious.
Again, family, we're here Wednesday night. Make sure that you like, share, and follow all the Gherkins Twins social media. That's Gherkins, start with a Z, and ends with a Z. Now make sure that y'all push the likes, the love, the comments, and all that. What we're trying to do, we're trying to grow so that we can reach others right around the world. And so we know and understand that you know somebody that needs to be here. If it's not you, y'all make sure that y'all let us know what y'all want and who y'all want on our show.
We always say we're giving an invitation for an invitation.
For this is merely your show. We are merely the host. And we want to
Paparazzi.
celebrate, again, continue celebrating our celebrities, of course. Hey, much love and respect. We want to give big props to our business partner and the man behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Derek Simmons. Again, doing his thing.
Dead Sam.
Man, y'all make sure that y'all look him up. Again, family, you know what I'm saying? Thanks again, Miss LaToya, so much for what you do for the world.
Yes.
And it's very much, again, important that we support.
Yeah. And hopefully she inspired, and I know she did without a doubt, inspire somebody else to not worry about getting into that slingshot position. Because you're going to be thrust through this world in the place that you should be placed once you land.
Right on. Again, family, I'm gonna have to taste that more. Again, you know what I'm
I'm looking for the banana pudding.
The pickles, you take a run.
I'm definitely gonna have to get y'all Gherkinized, so y'all hold what y'all got, because the next go round, we're gonna be in the building and we're gonna be sitting, and I'm gonna be in between, and y'all gonna be getting Gherkinized.
Man, I'm loving that. I'm loving that.
She's over there at our spot.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's what I was telling her. We there all the time.
Yeah.
Again, but she said we don't come back for enough.
Yeah.
For what we will. Again, y'all make sure y'all go over there, Big T.
Big T was on. Yeah.
Right there in Dallas.
That's what you can go with 35 or 67. Is that between?
Right.
That'd be what, Belline?
No,
Yeah.
let
Do-
better.
Let
Let-
better, let better.
Y'all
Okay.
make sure y'all go visit her again.
Yeah.
We're here, the best live ever, where we live.
We laugh.
And we learn how to live our best lives together. Again, thank you guys for joining us. And next week, Wednesday, 8-ish, y'all make sure that y'all come.
Before we get out of here, do you want to give a recap of what we were speaking about? Do you have any last words?
The only thing I want to tell people is live out your dreams and don't stop until you get exactly what you want, and you keep your peace. Don't look for peace in anybody else.
Man, listen here, boy. This is how we do what we do.
Bro, you know,
Man, listen,
she
man.
just remind me of
Man,
that word love, boy. You just be love.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't look for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just be love.
Just
Just
be
walk in
love,
love.
of course,
I'm
you know what I'm
walking in the illustration of
Right.
love.
Again, family, we always in social media with what, bro?
I was in social media with be humble, become more knowledgeable. That way you won't be vulnerable.
Again, family, make sure that you like, share, and follow. Hey, I always say, we all we got. And we all we need. Love.
Woo.
And become
Become
lovable.
bull.
All right, family. Next week.
You got it.